Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and welcome to another preview. And it's England versus Czech Republic in at Wembley in the UEFA Euro final group game of the group stage. And well, man, I. I'm just hoping Southgate listens to like what a lot of people have been saying and actually does the right thing at a minute. Um, but yeah, because we played Scotland. Scotland was an embarrassing performance. Uh, very poor, and yeah, we need to fix up big time. Big time. Certain changes need to be made. Certain calls need to be made. Um, T-Hot, how you doing, mate? Staying over you. Well, I'm doing all right, man. Big up, Miss Mel, as usual. Hello, bro. Please make sure to kindly leave a subscribe to SFeatleyTV if you haven't already, and support the journey to this channel. Absolutely brilliant. Well said. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I'm good. I'm just a bit tired, that's all. Greetings to you people. Trust that you're all well. Big up, John. Big up. So yeah, England versus Czech Republic. Certain calls need to be made after that Scotland game, and I'm talking about Harry Kane, for example. Right, he's apparently come out and said he's still going to be playing. If that's the case, we're screwed. We're screwed. Right. Yeah, I'm doing Netherlands. Yeah, I'm doing the Netherlands game. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Someone tell me what Harry Kane has done to earn a starting position in this game. Someone tell me. Out of the whole tournament, what's he done? He's done absolutely fuck all. Yeah, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Right, Southgate's not helping himself, right? And right, if he doesn't make the right changes, right, we're not going to go much further in this tournament. I'm telling you now. Um, he's got to win this game. He's got to. There's no choice. You have to start. No, you don't have to start Kane. Someone tell me what's he done. Someone tell me what has Kane done. Right. Who is seriously? Don't know who Bottas is. Stephen tired of Mercedes, I see, but yeah, just don't get me started on them in a minute. Fuck, you know. Do you think that Rashford should start in front of Kane? Should he? Do you know what? I'll play Calvert-Lewin. I'll play Calvert-Lewin. Right? We need someone up front. We don't need someone who fucking disappears in the midfield. If I want a striker, I want a striker up front. I don't give a fuck what he's done in the Premier League. I give a fuck what he does for England. He does fuck all for England. What's he done in the 2 games in the tournament? What did he do in the fucking friendlies? Can someone tell me? I don't care what he's done in the Premier League. Right? I care about what he's doing for England. And for England, he's doing fuck all. He's absolutely doing fuck all. When he does get an opportunity, he can't fucking score it. So, fuck what he does for fucking Tottenham. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't care about what he does for Tottenham. He needs to do it for England. Right? Just don't get it. Always England always England are the favourites, but somehow finds a good way to mess it up. Nothing new at all. Look at Rooney, Lampard, Gerrard era. Yeah, but we had the golden generation then. Its manager was crap. That's how you get in the squad, by playing well for the club. Yeah, but tell me, what's he done to get on the starting lineup? It's like being in the squad. I'm talking about what's he doing now to earn a place in that starting 11. I have everyone else. Because at the minute, he's making us play with 10 men. England, Spain are going nowhere. In this tournament, won't be surprised at all. Of course. Links in the chat, by the way, if anyone wants to come on. I pinned it up in the chat, that is. Mike, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, man. I've been busy trying to get my loyalty badges sorted up so I can start my own membership shit. Then I'm gonna show you, man. I'm gonna show you guys actually. I still gotta get a couple more yet, but I think you're gonna like them.
I need to sort mine out, but I'll at the moment I've just got the default.
Yeah, that's why I take my time. I wanted to make sure I'm ready.
What a man! What a man! Look at that! Look at that Twitter profile.
yeah, right. Yeah, you wish. look at that.
Oh, that's quality. Big up Molina.
That's quality. Right? It's,
look at that man! What a man! He makes some beautiful tweets. He does.
I bet you that cut a comment. I bet that gets a lot of fucking abuse. It's coming home.
Oh, it's coming home podcast or something.
Twitch. You have to put your camera on, mate. Otherwise, I don't know who you are. If you don't put your camera on, I'm not letting you on.
What do you mean? Me?
No, not you. I'm someone else in the background.
Oh, I was going to say I can't. I literally need to shower in a bit. So yeah, no camera.
Is that you, Tiho?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. How you doing, man?
I'm alright.
Yeah. I hope you're well, child. Right. Yeah. As I was saying, is showing all his DMs. Yeah, my DMs are full. Yeah. I'm getting certain messages as well, Mel. You know what I'm talking about. Show my boy Jack Grealish. Yeah. Mel, calm down. She's desperate to see Jack Grealish play. But yeah, I was saying just now, what has Kane done to earn a place in that starting lineup? I don't care about being in the squad. I'm talking about being in the starting lineup. What's he done?
2018. That's what he's done. 2018.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no, I'm not saying I agree with it. I don't. But I'm just saying that's what you asked me. What I think he's done to deserve a place in the team, and that's what he's done. He got a golden boot with 3 penalties and 1 deflection in 2018. Everyone thinking he's the best striker since sliced bread, and I know he's a Spurs player, and I'm not going to bring club football to the fact, as a deciding factor to why I agree to this. But Calvert-Lewin's a better striker. Patrick Bamford's a better striker. Harry Kane works well with Son. He doesn't work well with Sterling, Foden, Mount behind him. And for me, even Rashford's a better striker. He doesn't even play striker. Harry Kane just doesn't suit this England system. He suits Southgate's football, but he doesn't suit what's good enough for this England team. When you've got players, I know Mal's going to be excited here, but when you've got players like Jack Grealish who offers just something different, when you've got Mason Mount who again offers something different, Phil Foden, all of these players are players that can play in different positions. Grealish can play as a number 10. He can play out wide. Foden can play as a number 10. He can play out wide. He can even play as a false 9. And then you've got Kane, who literally can't play anywhere else apart from up front. And when you've got someone in that team, they have to be scoring. I think if you've got a player like a sort of static number 9 who can't really, he can't maneuver quicker, and he can't, interchange in that front three, then what's the, he's got to be scoring. Like Lewandowski. Lewandowski can't play out wide. He can't drop deep. so he has to score to make it tick, and he does score. And Kane's, Kiefer Moore's done more than Harry Kane in the Euro so far. But we won't get into England and Wales because that's just banter. But I really don't know what Kane has done to deserve a start. I mean, he was crap against Croatia, dropping far too deep. I know he does that for Spurs, but he's got Son, who's, for me, Son is Spurs' best player. And he's got him in the team to not rely on, but if, Harry Kane drops deep, you've got Son on the break who's going to, advance behind you. But in the England team, we don't really have that. Foden sort of cuts inside. Grealish, when he plays, will cut inside. Mount cuts inside. Sterling cuts inside. There's no one like a Son in the England team, apart from a Calvert-Lewin, who will get in behind and stretch the line. And Kane just comes way too deep for me. He was playing a bloody centre mid against Scotland. He was playing next to McTominay. Not next to McTominay, next to McGinn, sorry. And I was like, what are you doing? Get forward. I don't like England, but I mean, you can see frailties in their team. And for me, it's their captain, which is shocking. I mean, he should never be the captain, in my opinion, anyway. That's for another debate, but he shouldn't be the captain, and he definitely shouldn't be starting the game against Czech Republic. I mean, the whole point of taking a second striker is that second option, that plan B. And Calvert-Lewin this season has been phenomenal, getting in behind. He's got Richarlison that he's used the support this season, like Kane has for. No, I disagree with that comment. I disagree with that comment completely. I don't think Phillips, for me, has been England's best player in this tournament. Mount is very average. I don't see the hype about Mason Mount, and Declan Rice is solid as well. But
Phillips
even as a striker, you shouldn't still be doing that though. A striker's job is literally to strike the ball. That's in the name. And forward, he's meant to be forward. I know some strikers, as they get but as they lose the legs, they will drop back a bit. Like we see Messi at the moment. Messi plays a sort of a centre midfielder, a high centre midfielder, but Harry Kane's still got, he's still quite young for a striker, to be honest. He's only late 27, and he's 28. I don't even know if he's that old, but I don't know why Kane deserves it. For me, if I was Southgate, I wouldn't be playing so defensive. But for me, I'd put Calvert-Lewin in there, and I'd put Grealish on the left, and I'd have probably Phil Foden on the right.
It's exactly what I mind about beforehand. I mind that, like I said beforehand, even after the Croatia game, maybe before that we need to play Calvert-Lewin up front, and everyone was having a go at me, saying I'm talking rubbish. Now look, everyone's agreeing with us. But there you go. John, mention one thing about Sunday, you're chucking you out.
No, don't worry. I'll save it for the upcoming, podcast that we're going to have this week for the Austria Grand Prix. I'll save it.
I'm already fucking fuming with Mercedes. Don't even go there.
Of course. Greetings, good people. It has the chill. I just wanted to contribute, to the fact that it's just beyond me, how every time we've seen this always keep on happening every time. I don't support England, I support Spain, but the thing is that, every time, your team, you are so much blessed to have talented, players, but somehow I think it's the coach, or could it be, the media that is always determining, the team that is going to be selected? I do not know. But the thing is that, every time, you're always favorites, but somehow, you always find a way of, just fluffing up your lines, not delivering. Because the thing is that, was it today whereby I was just watching, Sky News, and Southgate was saying that he expects, Kane to lead the line against, Czech Republic. And I'm saying, what happened in terms of, being ruthless, that if you're going to mess up, your job is going to be gone. Because for me, the idea is that how, you're going to be rewarding mediocrity? I mean, honestly, is that the way that you're going to be, rewarding such a poor performance? Because it seems like against Scotland, you're playing with the men down already, even though, you're 11. But Kane actually offered nothing at all. So for me, I really think that if England maybe has a coach almost like the Chelsea boss, like a Tuchel, whereby even he's even if he puts you, like as a substitute, like he come on as a substitute and you cannot deliver anything, like you are just chopped, like he does not hesitate at all. So for me, to be fair, I really think that like perhaps giving other people, people who are full of hunger. Because for me, I don't understand. Could it be perhaps the long season that Kane had or what? But I really feel that some other people should be given a chance because like they can thrive on that. Even if you're a captain, because like Kane is the captain and he has to lead, like he has to lead by example. But no leadership at all, just toothless. So for me, to be fair, I really think like that something has to be done. He should not be afraid of making like harsh decisions. Even like injured players who were carried to the tournament. I just don't understand. Yes, I understand that like your defense, like for example Harry Maguire or even like Henderson going for me, like of course that's another debate for another time. But to be fair, I really think that he has to take like a strong statement because he's got nothing to lose. If you know that if you're going to like mess it up, your job is off the line. So I think to be fair, he has to be not to be afraid to take bold moves as the manager.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like at the minute, it's just absolutely, it's ridiculous. It's just I don't get it. I just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I just don't get it with this side. I don't get why that you've got a squad there. Bloody use it, right? They're not there just for decoration to decorate the frigging bench. Right? They're there to be used.
Yeah.
Right? So, Southgate said already he will start.
Yeah.
Kane's
Very
best
true.
option. Yeah, if Kane has 3 chances, he'll score 2. Calvin may not even score 1. Said, yeah, but how many chances has Kane had already and he's missed them?
Exactly.
Please
Yeah.
make sure to leave a like and kindly subscribe to Mike Green's channel. Absolutely. As doing further
You're too
Euros
kind.
content too. Kane is the only option, and DCO is a good sub. That's all.
He's a good
Right.
sub, but don't get used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't get a chance. But Tiho, what's your say on the matter? In Kane, should he be dropped?
Well, it depends. If he gets balls, he can finish. He can score goals, but he really needs to show it. And in my opinion, England doesn't really have a better striker to start. You could start Rashford, but has he proven it for England in striker?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like if you're gonna keep him on, you tell him to stay up front. You don't
Yeah.
tell him. You tell him to stop dropping deep. Right? Stay up front. Be the target man. He's big enough to be the target man. Stay up front.
And he's
If you
physical
start,
enough as well.
yeah. I just don't get why he has to drop deep into the middle all the time. Right? Players are there around him that are good enough. Right? Mount's
Yeah.
good enough. Rice is good enough. Sanchez is good enough. Foden's good enough. Grealish is good enough. Even Phillips is proving good enough. Doesn't need to drop deep at all. Right? What he
Yeah.
needs to do is stay up front because you are a striker. You're not a set cam, you're a striker. So if you can't do that, then step aside.
Yeah.
And he can make
That's
great runs too.
yeah, and that's basically what I have to say on it. But England, in terms of like Southgate, what does apart from Kane, what else does he need to change in order to like get England playing to a standard that we need that should be acceptable? Mike,
Pardon, what was the question again? Sorry.
what else does Southgate need to do to make England start playing at an acceptable level?
Stop playing 2 CDMs. I said against Croatia that playing it against Croatia is understandable with Brozovic, Modric, and I can't think Kovacic. With a midfield like that, I know ultimately in hindsight England won that midfield, but going into the game, you're not going to think that Croatia we're going to play that bad, because let's be honest, England haven't played great in any of the two games. They just come up against a very crap Croatia team and got the win, and then a very good Scotland, well, not good, but a very good performance from Scotland, and they fought more than England. So technically, I know you've got 4 points from two games, but Croatia were very poor, and Scotland easily could have beat you on that day. So you could have ended with just 3 points, and you're lucky enough to get a point off that Scotland game. And like I said, Croatia were very poor. So against Croatia, I could see why he done it, because first game of the tournament as well, you know, you don't know what to expect. You don't know if some of the players who've never played in a major international tournament like Foden, Mount, you don't know if these players are going to shine or if they're going to, you know, flop. So going into it, I can understand why he done that against Croatia.
So I just want to cut in here. Southgate makes Kane drop deep. No, that's crap. That's crap, because he did it in the 2018 World Cup before fucking Mourinho turned up at Spurs. So that's a lot of crap. No, I'm sorry. He did it already in the 2018 World Cup. Where was he in the semi-final? Dropping too deep. So, yeah. Yeah, go on, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So, yeah, against Croatia, I can understand why he done it. And then going into the Scotland game, I seen the team and I was like, okay, there's no Grealish in there. You know, I think, what was it? It was the same midfield, wasn't it? Rice and Phillips. And I said then when I saw it, I was like, I mean, that's risky. I would have put, for me, if I was Southgate, I would have put Mount next to Phillips in that midfield. I think Rice was quite poor against Croatia. And I'd tell Mount to, you know, keep an eye defensively, because he can defend. He's not amazing defensively, Mason Mount, but he can, you know, anyone can defend to a degree. And when you've got Phillips next to him there, who is a DM, I think putting him next to Mount would have complemented each other. You'd have the defensive stability from Phillips and you'd have the box-to-box element from Mount, and then you put someone in front of that, like a Grealish, like a Foden. I probably would have put Foden at the 10, put Grealish on the left, put Sterling or Rashford on the right. Sancho on the right, and put Kane through the middle. And then at least doing that, Kane wouldn't have to drop deep. I know, you know, I disagree with the fact that he's dropped deep because of the midfield pivot. I think that's a load of crap, to be honest with you. But I think it does help Kane sort of stay up there on his own when he hasn't got a pivot behind him of Phillips and Rice, because Mount will make those forward runs from midfield, getting beyond Kane. And like we said, Grealish, Mount and Foden will all do that. They'll all advance beyond Kane. And I think that's what Kane wants. Kane wants the little give and goes. He's done that all season with Spurs with Son. He gives it to Son, and then Son makes the run and he puts it in for him there. And I think it's those type of tricky little 1-2s that Kane will like. He doesn't. It sounds stupid because he's such a physical striker. And he's so tall and he's so, you know, heavily built that you'd expect balls into the box would be what he likes, like a Lukaku, like Lewandowski. But it's not actually what he likes. Kane, he likes the little 1-2s, give and goes. And Southgate doesn't use. I mean, one critic of Southgate, a lot upon many from me, is he doesn't play players to their strength. He just picks his favourite 11. And I know it's wrong in international. Well, it's wrong in any terms of football, where, you know, Sunday League or World Cup. But for me, I mean, it's risky picking favourites, because from that 11, I think I think the best goalkeeper at the moment is in goals, because I think personally England's best goalkeeper is Nick Pope. Obviously, he's injured. I think their second choice is Dean Henderson. He's obviously got injured. And then, you know, third choice, you're not going to put Sam Johnson or Ramsdale ahead of Pickford at any day of the week, even though Pickford does have his faults. So he's good there. The back four is pretty much solid. I mean, I personally would be putting Harry Maguire in there. I know he's injured, but the midfield then going into it, I mean, everyone was questioning why Phillips was in there, and he actually he's done fantastically well so far this tournament for me. Phillips next to do you say so as Rice, or
I I say he's done better than Rice.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said so was Rice then, and I was going to go mad because I think Rice has been crap in this tournament. I think this is an unpopular opinion, but I personally think the occasion's got to Dex. I think he's overachieved with West Ham this season, and I think putting him on this big stage where England are if not the second favourites, if not the favourites for the tournament, I personally think he's crumbled under the pressure personally. But so I think
very high steam.
Pardon?
You're putting us a very high steam.
No. Well,
this is what everyone told me. I was being fucking miserable as sin and being like, oh, Stephen, you're too bloody negative, and oh god.
But they are.
Negative. Now everyone's looking at me like I'm bloody right, and I'm like, what do you expect?
Beyond the favourites, beyond France, I think England are the second favourites, and then going into the forward line, I think Sterling along with that one goal against Croatia, I think he's been poor. Kane, the whole debate about Harry Kane, he's been poor. But I've quite liked Phil Foden. I really like Foden in this tournament. I think he gives that element of unexpectedness. When he goes forward, he can take it on his right, he can take it on his left, he can cut inside, he can go direct. I think Phil Foden is England's. No, I'm not going to say that because a little bit of bias towards Jadon Sancho, but I think Phil Foden is England's second best, hottest prospect that they've had in a long, long time. He's just so direct. And like I said, he can go inside, he can go outside, he can cut inside, he can go directly.
I think he's better. To be honest. But
you never see Sancho. Southgate never shows us what Sancho's about. Sancho's been whipping it up in the Bundesliga this season. I think he's only
whipping it up in the Premier League.
Yeah, to be fair, that's in the best team in the league, where Dortmund have been quite poor this season. So but makes him out again as someone who I think he's been bang average. He's been okay in spurts, but I'm gonna
have to move on. Because I need to get to comments and then try and get someone else have an opinion on it as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you've got time, we'll come back to it. But Tony, hello, Miss Vinny, and everyone. Southgate, a former defender, and you guys expect him to be adventurous playing alone DM. That's a good point. Why wouldn't Rashford left, Sancho right, and Watkins in the middle be successful? It's a good point. Williams, Ollie Watkins has not done too bad, but no, we're not going to play him. Mike's gone. Thought he said Wilson, Phillips in the midfield, but that's more trying to hold on for one more day. Deck has been poor. The over-reliance on Kane is killing the hopes of Tony, Watkins, and Calvert-Lewin. Declan has not operated in a pivot as West Ham. Can't be too harsh with his Euro performances thus far. Well, they're expecting you to perform in the biggest stage of all. If you're not doing that, then what do you expect? So John, what would you expect Southgate to do for this game?
Wow.
Trying to keep it simple.
Yeah, definitely. For me, I think in terms of the goalkeeper, it's just going to be the same thing. Because I'm sure, Pickford is the best from the West that you already have. Because obviously you cannot put Ramsdale. And back four, I would think perhaps, it would be the same. But I think perhaps maybe replace Shaw with a Benchi, or perhaps because at least he can also provide a bit of creativity. Not to say that he's been bad, but we want to it would be good for you guys to try something new.
I don't know if you can move a bit away from the mic because.
Sorry. Yeah. Can you now hear me?
Yeah, that's fine. That's better.
Okay. Sorry about that. So I think perhaps the only change would be Ben Chilwell for Shaw. Not to say that Shaw has been bad, but it's just that from the Scotland game we did not see a bit of creativity from this fullback, bombing forward. And perhaps the maybe Rice should not play this game, and perhaps put Mason Mount as a deep lying playmaker, because of course you can also defend, basic defense, but also can provide like those over the top balls, or like as a deep lying playmaker. And also Sterling for perhaps Sancho or perhaps Rashford, because Sterling, to be honest, has not been that great. And I'm sure you can even see from the season that he had, the bad season that he had at City, and there's nothing that he's really providing for the team. And last but not the least, perhaps like I see Jack Grealish, moving at that, like yeah, Jack Grealish. Then also perhaps Kane, but we know that it's not going, like it's going to be impossible. Like it's wishful thinking for us to think that Kane won't be playing. We all know he's going to be playing, and Gareth Southgate said that he's going to be playing. So I really would have wanted Kane to be replaced by maybe Dominic, or yeah. I think Dominic would have been great, but for me the only change is that I think I'm just going to be three: Grealish, and perhaps Sancho, Benchiwo. Yeah, I would think so. Knowing
Okay.
this guy, but really, I would have wanted Kane not to play.
Yeah. Tiho, what do you want, mate? What do you expect?
I think he's gonna go do the same. Maybe the player like Rashford or Sancho maybe could be in. But what I would do myself, if I can say, I would do.
Okay.
He's not gonna change the system, I know, but what I would do is play a 4-1-4-1 with Shaw left back. Maybe give Ben White a chance, because I don't think Mings has been that great overall. Who's the other centre back that's been playing again?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Ben White and another centre back I can't think of who, but Reece James maybe as right back. He's been pretty decent overall. Then Calvin Phillips in holding midfielder, central defensive midfielder. Maybe two attack, and on the left I put Rashford, maybe Grealish. On the right, Sancho, definitely Sancho. Maybe a midfield of Foden and Mount. Maybe that could be alright. Them playing together. And up top, if he plays or if he stays up front, definitely Kane, because he can finish the chances, but he needs to stay up front.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I think for England, it's yeah. Do you know what? Actually, thinking about it, I'm just going to bring up that one.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have to leave.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah.
No worries, man. That's there. Oh God, you have to leave me alone with the Red Bull fan, do you?
Don't worry, you're in good hands, mate.
Right, have a good day, everyone.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Uh,
Come on.
no,
It's not that bad, mate.
it is. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill Total Wolf. I'm gonna murder him in his fucking sleep.
I said I'm not going to say anything about yesterday. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to be
Did
on
you
my
see
best
me yesterday?
behavior.
I was fucked off. I was so fucked off. It was unreal. I was
Yeah.
literally fuming. I'm like, you fucking start playing this team. You start fucking investing in this car. I swear to God, I will break your fucking nose. Right? I was fuming. Right? People telling me like, stop swearing this down. I couldn't give a crap. Right? Right?
Yeah, I can
Wait,
imagine.
honestly.
I feel for you, mate. I feel for you, but I'm not going to say anything much more than what I've already said. I'm going to save it for the preview.
No, do you know what no. You know what's
Yeah,
gonna happen?
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Right, right. You're gonna give
yeah,
it all this, and I'm gonna smash it. They've got to respond. They've
yeah,
got to
yeah.
start doing something. They'll do something. I know they will. They won't want to let this slip.
Yeah,
They'll
but
do
it's a
something.
lot to
I'm sure.
ask.
No, I'm sure you. I'm sure you. Right? They'll either that or someone comes down and sits there, and I want someone in the press have some bollocks to go to Toto Wolff and go, right. If you don't invest in this car, you will lose the championship. What do you want? Do you want to win it, or do you want to just focus next year? Come and
Yeah,
say it now.
like it's a bit tricky, like even for us, like even for me as a fan of Red Bull, because like the thing is that we have
Because
to
we're
keep.
giving it to, because at the
Yeah,
minute we're just doing that. Hamilton can only do so much. He's doing anything he can. It's basically we're just doing this to you, giving it.
yeah, true. But now the thing is that I hope not many people are going to be, like blaming it upon Bottas, because yesterday it was your team, like the engineers who totally messed it up yesterday, without doubt. But my only worry is that, like my only worry is that Mercedes and Red Bull are going to neglect next year's car by fully focusing on this year's car. That's my only worry, because already Ferrari has already stopped everything, in terms of, like their car of 2021. Everyone is fully focusing to next year. So that's my only worry, that, like as much as it is a close race, everyone wants to win it. That we're now just going to be fully focusing on this year's car. That's my worry, to be
Yeah, they better come up with something special next season. I swear to God.
sure.
Southgate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, but then last time he focused on the rule changes, what happened?
Come on. Ooh, like we're talking of this now. We're talking of yeah, but
Just think
things
of
are
it
but
to
yeah, things
next
are
season.
things are
You're
going to
three
change.
seconds.
Wait,
You're 3 seconds a lap down the road.
no. Yeah.
Oh no
But
no no
yeah.
no 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 no!
Yeah, but
So laugh
exciting
now.
times really.
It's one.
Head
It's one.
trick.
It's one of those laugh now, but at your peril.
Yeah, but
Swear
do
after
you
this
reckon
season,
that
that's it. That's it. I quit being a co-host. I'm taking it and run.
never, I'll never through thick and thin, mate. I've watched
Southgate.
Mercedes dominate. Okay,
Southgate.
anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Southgate on even. Keep Kane even on even if he has 70 shit minutes. Graduated from the school of Ollie Ball. It has no good impact games with subs. Sterling didn't show much evidence that he's blossomed. The Champions League final proved it. Same old shit and
Yeah.
miss a performance. Can't trust him to deliver when it matters. Make it 20 likes, 2 away, big up. If England lose this but still advance to the next round, would you guys still want him at the helm? Or is it time to go in a new direction from with maybe Eddie Howe scraping past group stages before Southgate got the gig, who didn't even want it? I would have liked to seen Eddie Howe given the job, who promoted attacking football at Bournemouth. I said, "Well, I'll give him a shot. Don't get too down. Teams can evolve. Suffice
Safai?
suffice to England to say England are not a top class team. They lack the quality goalkeepers, CB and CDM. However, they can still be a big team or two if things fall right for them. Very good point. So starting 11, I want to go with. I would so Jordan Pickford's always going to have to be. If I want Dean Henderson, but apparently he's injured.
Yep.
So it's going to have to be Jordan Pickford. On the right, it's going to Reece James,
Yeah.
Luke Shaw. Not even arguing.
Okay.
But at the back, Max Verstappen.
Tyron.
Sorry, shit.
Wait.
Oh, I forgot. He's in a different sport, isn't he?
You
I
made
just
my
thought, I'm used to seeing it at the back of my rear wing. That's the problem.
Wow, mate. Are you serious?
This is the thing. You could. I'm just gonna say it now, right?
Yeah, please do say it.
You can win it this season. You're still
No,
6
no,
or 7
no,
fucking
don't
titles
say
behind
we
us,
could.
mate. You
Say
are
we are.
no. When you do, you still can't banter me because he's only
No,
7
I
times
can.
world champion.
I
He's
can. I can.
way
Do you know
behind
why?
you.
Do you know
He's
why I can?
way behind you. We're way behind you. You're way behind us. Way behind us. Right?
Come on, I have to banter you, mate. I have to imagine the torture that I went through with you so far this season.
Yeah,
So
you
far
could,
with
it-
the celebration.
it's like you're like it's like you as a Tottenham fan saying North London's red, North London's white.
No, you know what? You know what? You know
That's
what?
what it is.
Like,
That is what
no,
it is.
no,
When
no,
people
no.
start going on, oh, we're this, we're that, we're the other, just like that.
No,
That is like Tottenham saying
it's so.
Tottenham is white, North London is
No,
white.
I'm not going to keep quiet, Stephen. Really, I'm not going to keep quiet because every time you're
I know
always
you're not.
bantering
I know you're not. But
me.
you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win this.
No, but you know what? The sweet thing about this, is that like your drivers, even the team, like were so good, and even taking your staff members to our team. Come on, mate. Come on. What more do you want?
Yeah,
What more do you want?
Yeah, and then you watch this. Is that they'll get their own party mode, then realise they can't use it. Oh, why? Who dropped it? Anyway, Joe.
Okay.
As you see, we just banter each other about all things. So, how are you, man?
Okay.
How are you, Joe?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Hey, you okay?
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Just give us your thoughts about England and this game coming up, man.
I just want England to draw, man. Because if England win it, they need to face Portugal, France, or German.
Yeah, we're fucked if we see that.
Yeah.
We're about as fucked as that Mercedes' strategy yesterday.
Not at least.
Yeah.
At least it's not as Ferrari. At least be thankful. It's not like Ferrari. How they crumbled yesterday. That's the good thing about it.
Hey! We're not that bad. Jesus, right? We got Lewis Hamilton at the wheel. Come on, give us some respect.
And Bottas, don't forget Bottas.
You're supposed to have a faster car, and you're still struggling to beat us.
No, but at least we're winning. At least we're getting results. Getting our first hat trick in the turbo era. Come on, mate. Respect.
5-2-3-1. 5-2-2-1. Sorry. Chilwell, James as fullbacks, obviously ideal selection. Yet Southgate can't see the light. I want to cover Lewin up front, but this client won't leave Watkins behind. Picky, James, Shaw, Stone, Mings, Rice, Mount, Grealish, Sancho, Kane. I would have taken.
Yo, if Kane start versus Czech, I swear to God, man. Oh my God.
So what would you do?
Definitely.
What would you, Joe? What would you?
I will put Calvert-Lewin. I will put Calvert-Lewin, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvert-Lewin there. You would put Calvert-Lewin. That's exactly what I said. Exactly what I said.
Kane's doing nothing at all. Man, just stand there, bro.
Yeah, I don't see what's like what Kane's done. This is what I'm saying. What has Kane done in his tournament so far? It's all right doing it for Tottenham. I want to do it for England. He's not doing it.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Do you persist and then get knocked out in the round of 16 or knocked out even maybe in the group stage? Because don't forget, we're not completely through. Might get through as a third place team, but we're not completely through. Right? If that's the worst case scenario. But then we play like if we do win the group, we play like a group F team. Do you want to keep doing it for that game? I don't. I want to score goals. Right. So I'll give Calvert-Lewin a shout. It's a shame he hasn't picked any other striker. I mean, what others would you take? Not Watkins with you?
Rashford,
that's a good shout. But I mean,
but as a striker,
I think Sterling should be benched.
Yeah, Sterling should be benched.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'll see if you agree with this. So I've gone Pickford, James Shaw. Who else would go in the midfield for you guys?
Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips.
No,
And
sorry, back four. The back four. Sorry.
back four. Okay.
So,
I would say Stones and Tyron.
Stones and Tyrone Mings. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What would you go for, Joe?
I would prefer Stones and Tyra Mings. Same.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I voted.
Yeah, but though on the show, yeah, he's been good. But I won't be afraid of seeing Ben Chilwell, there, because
The
if
problem
you're
is,
going to
Yeah, bro.
because if you're going to put Dominic, and we all know that Chilwell is very good in terms of crossing, always bombing forward.
I
Because
think so's Luke Shaw. So's Luke Shaw. I think the only problem with Luke Shaw at the minute is Reece James and Luke Shaw. The problem they've got finding is they're not being allowed to bomb forward
exactly,
and not being given the chance to bomb forward and do that. So that's why I
could
haven't
we
really got a
say that
problem
they're
with
not
Shaw
being
and Reece
given?
James.
They're not being given, or perhaps themselves are not wanting to go.
No, they haven't been given it. This is Southgate we're talking about, right? So we've got to keep
Okay.
everyone back to back. Right.
Okay.
We go 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, or 4-3-3. I mean,
4-2-3-1.
Yeah,
what would you go for, John?
4-2-3-1. This is Southgate.
Yeah.
Okay. Who we're putting in them in the two behind, two in front of this defense? I'd say Phillips has got to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phillips and
Phillips
Mount. Mason Mount.
Mason Mount. Money Mount.
To increase. Yeah.
Would
to
you agree with
increase.
that, Joe? Do you think that's too deep for Mount, or do you think that's right?
I think Declan Rice should be in there, but his performance was shit versus the Scotland.
I mean, who else? Jordan Henderson's still
God.
out. This is the problem: is Jordan Henderson's still out. Like,
I don't know why he came. To be fair.
Jude Bellingham. That's a good shout. Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, I'll put Bellingham in the DM.
Bellingham, I put it now actually. Jude
Yeah.
Bellingham.
I don't know how I didn't think of him.
Sancho on the right. I'd say.
Yeah.
Foden.
Me, Rashford.
Jack Grealish or Phil Foden.
Phil Foden definitely at the wing. Definitely.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. In the middle. Okay, in the middle then. Manny Mount or Grealish?
Mount. Mount. Definitely with the set piece, duties that he has.
Yeah.
He offers a lot.
I know. I'm wondering whether to, and then Calvert-Lewin up front.
Yeah.
So how is that for a team? Let's see if people agree or not.
I hope we get a draw. By the way.
You're hoping for a draw.
Sterling should be.
If we win it, we are fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we win it, we are fucked. We're gonna face German, Portugal, or France.
Oh no.
Wait. So if you finish runners up, let's say you draw.
If we finish runner up, we're gonna face Spain or Sweden only, bro. Think about that.
We finish runner up. We play the second of E, but then in the quarterfinals, because it's like the first of Group F, we'll play the first of Group F.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way's screwed as well. So if we want to get one, if we just want to go home early, we'll finish first. If we want to go home a little bit later, we'll do the second. And third, I ain't got a fucking clue where we finish. We can finish anywhere. Mings, Stone, Short, and James. Let's agree. Overrated. I would actually like to see Connor Cody and White at the back. Doesn't let England down, and why bring White and not play him? That's a good shout actually. That's not bad. 3 at the back, boys. That's
is Harry Maguire fit though?
I don't think he is. I don't think he's fit. It's not fit.
Oh.
And I think it's too risky, you know, like to put him in the deep end, you know, with such a crucial match like this.
Yeah.
Foden, Calvin Phillips, Mount in the midfield. 2 attacking. White will only be used in an injury crisis. Crops up. Got to be James on the right. Chill on the left. Both get forward and cross well. I'd put Bellingham in there. Mount's your king. Mount's ball playing skills by putting him Mount in the pivot. Mount's first name on the sheet for me. Foden, Grealish, Rice, and Phillips. Bellingham, Calvin Phillips, pivot, Mount, Foden, Sancho trio behind Calvert-Lewin.
Bro.
Calvert-Lewin and Rashford up front, leave Kane out. Don't be silly. City have just put a £100 million bid in for Kane. Oh, is that true? Did not that quarterfinals for so not long. Good afternoon, Tony. How are you? Premier League clubs would love for England players to come back home early. It's 21. Yeah. Yes. Loads of different ways people want to go about this selection. But I'll give it score predictions, guys. Joe, what do you think the score is going to be between England and the Czech Republic?
1-1.
And how do you think the group's going to finish?
I think England's going to finish second. So my prediction is 1-1 draw. Oh my God.
No, Joe.
No, if
Joe,
you win it,
Joe.
we are done, bro.
Joe, please don't use your heart. Use your head. What does your head tell you, and what does your heart tell you?
Yeah, my head told me England's gonna win this game. But if we win, we are done, bro. In the next day.
Oh,
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Holy hell.
Wow.
What's worse? Do we play the second of Group F in the round of 16, or do we play the first of Group F in the finals? It's lesser two evils, isn't it? I would pick. I'm gonna have to say. Oh fucking hell, man! I said 2-1. I said 2-1 England.
No.
Nah, 2-1 England. We end up topping the group and then get smacked by who's gonna win it? Who's gonna win it?
France.
Looks like Germany, man. Germany will win that group. So Germany, we'll play Germany. Fuck it. John, who are you going for, man?
To be fair, my heart tells me you're going to win. You guys are going to win 3-1, definitely. And my head also tells me that you're going to win because, you know, like, Gareth really wants to make a statement, and of course I want you guys to go out of the tournament as always. That is what I want.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it's
You're going to win it without doubt. You are going to win it.
No. Oh God. Honestly, we're gonna have to leave it there, guys. But yeah. Thanks for coming on as usual. Thanks, John, for coming on. Right. Yeah. Your high is gonna last a week. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you're saying your engine's better than ours? Come out of it. Get out of it. Bob open, non-envelope. Right?
Okay.
No. We don't make that same mistake twice. Let's put it that way. So.
Oh, once bitten, twice shy, right? Okay.
We don't make the same mistakes twice. Trust me, we don't. All right.
Okay. At least you're alive. You know, that's the good thing about it. You know, you're alive. That's the good thing about it. And I'm going to make you eat your words. I am going to. You remember once Okay, let me not talk about F1. Okay,
Yeah, okay.
I'll be
Anyway,
humble.
hey, I was, hey, like, 7 times in a row, mate. So
Ah,
keep worrying
what
about
were
it,
you
fam.
saying?
Keep
Wait,
worrying about
wait,
it.
wait. What were you saying in Baku before Baku? After Monaco. Yes, like we're always dominating Baku. We're always going to dominate Baku. We have, and what happened in Baku? After Baku, what did you say about the French Grand Prix? This is no longer the street circuit. This is no longer the street circuit. What did we do? So it's fine. Bring it on, mate. Bring it on, and we're going to show
Yeah,
you
but
this time.
look at those little mistakes that Verstappen was making, man. He had to
Exactly.
take another
And
pit
you're
stop to
always
work it out.
bouncing. But yes, but now we'll put our house in order. And I'm sure you can see it for yourself. Come on, mate. You're seeing it for yourself. That's the good
But
thing
like I'm
about it.
saying, like I'm saying, is that what that proved in that weekend is that some people can make that tires well, some people can't.
Yeah, exactly. And at least I'm sure you now know how
That'll be a
we felt.
downfall.
At least
That'll
now
be a
you now
downfall.
know how we felt in Portugal. You remember? You remember? In Portugal?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
that is
Portugal.
the same way we felt. The way you're feeling.
I don't remember you existing.
Are
Yeah, I saw a
you
car go
sure?
by. I saw him go past the car, and I was like, "What car was that one?"
Uh,
Anyway, we'll
wow,
have to leave it
mate.
there. We're gonna have to leave it there, man.
Thanks,
We're gonna
mate.
leave it.
Great show
We're gonna have
as
to leave it.
always, mate.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it there. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Right, hit that share button. Thanks for tuning in. We are back at 4:45 for Netherlands versus Macedonia. Then at 7:45 for what is it? Finland versus Belgium as well.
Okay.
So we're back for both of them games, right? Whilst keeping an eye on the other games as well. So make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe button, and we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care. Bye bye.
Cheers.
And Red Bull shit.
Remember this.